All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast Trials. And in this video, we are going to be doing the Season 4 Project Diarchy full patch review. So let's lock in and get hyped as we have a ton of stuff to go over. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into the update. So of course, we're here on the main menu just quickly to show that, of course, Otto and Aurora are now the main menu. They now occupy the main menu. They've taken over Franco's position, which is, nice to see a little bit of a change there. Also, am I tripping, or does this thing in the top right look larger or something? I don't know. We're going to jump into the Murkoff facility. Now, this video is going to mostly focus on things that are new from the patch notes. If you want a more detailed dive into things like the Prime assets themselves and the changes to Rebirth, then I would suggest you check out my full details video, which I already posted. And I am gonna skip the cinematic. It's a great cinematic. Highly recommend you watch it. It is on YouTube, but I have seen that already. But yeah, we're gonna mostly talk about stuff that was not in that video and that we have new information on. So that is the plan. And yeah, I'm gonna start from the top of the patch notes. So of course we have the new Prime asset, Otto and Aurora, who is going to be occupying the new map, which is the shopping mall. And yeah, I talk more about them, of course, in that other video, as I mentioned. But you've got Aurora, who throws the vials of poison. If they hit you, they're going to stun you and make you throw up. And Otto, of course, has the saw that will be messing you up pretty bad if he gets in close. New environment is the shopping mall. We can check that in the Genesis list over here. Let's have a look at that. Beautiful poster for it, might I just say. And of course we have with that the new trial, which is chill the politician. We're gonna chill with him. That's what we're gonna do. That's the plan. And that is something I'm gonna be running on my stream for the first time right after this video is up. So if you're watching this, I should be live and grinding as we speak. We also have the new MK challenge, get out the vote, on the suburbs, and I'm gonna have to do liquidate the union here well, I guess I could make a custom. Maybe I'll just make a custom, I don't know. But either way, we have get out the vote, and then also sentence the prosecuted is here on the courthouse. So we have the two new MK challenges as well that we've already talked about a bit, and we're going to be jumping into those on the stream. Of course, there's the event that has started, which is called the Crest Twins event, and we're on part 1. It's just the normal event for onboarding a new enemy, similar to Bambino and Jaeger onboarding. Let's see what the trials are, actually. And we do have 2 new variators, Crest Twins and Nausea Traps. The Nausea Traps are the Crest Twins specific traps, and those are going to be on other trials here. So, of course, we have the new trial, liquidate the union, pervert the Futterman, and vindicate the guilty. And then we have the 2 new MKs as well, alongside punishment, miscreants, release prisoners, and fumigate the factory. So, pretty decent trial list there for the event. I'll be, of course, covering this as usual on my channel with a video for each trial. Additionally, of course, we have a new catalog, but not only that, we also got a page 11 for Project Relapse's catalog. We have a page 11 for the other 2 catalogs, which have, 3 catalogs, which have more expensive stuff. This is not something we knew was coming with this update, but we did get a page 11, and they cost 1,000 each. We've got the Scare Drifter and the Desert Dip Low. Okay. So yeah, those cost 1,000 each. I'm going to go ahead and purchase those. I've got plenty of stamps to go around here. But yeah, that was something people have been wondering if was going to be included soon, and there it is. And now let's purchase ourselves the deluxe catalog here for 1,000 of the tokens, and we can have a look at this. I know a lot of people like to see the full breakdown of everything you can get in here, so I'm just going to go through as I buy it all. We've just got a fairly standard shirt and pant combo here. Oh, that's a cool icon. That's like a Clyde Perry icon. Very nice. Okay, a little ESOP. I like that. That frame, honestly. It's kind of like a neon red thing. Obviously, we get our tokens. And then this outfit, Powdered Justice. I think people saw this one in one of the trailers, so that's a pretty cool one. So that's page 1. Page 2, we've got the high heels in the shoebox for your sleep room cell, payphone. A pretty cool wallpaper. Yeah, you can kind of see that. That's got an interesting texture on it. And then a bit of like a white type of floor. Pretty cool little bed. Grab those tokens. And then this is on your, this is like a magazine. Oh, these are records, I see. Record holder thing on your wall. I always like the non-standard posters. I'm a fan of those. A couple different versions of that outfit set from page 1. A very interesting profile icon. I'm sure people are going to enjoy using that one. And then we have Noose Jacobs. Interesting. Wait, what was... Interesting. These both have like a cloth across their face type thing. This one says guilty on it. That's curious. It seems like it has quite the flappy coat thing. Oh, cool. It has like a little gavel thing on the back as well. Very interesting. Let me check this one. Oh, so this, okay. So they're like very different elsewhere, but they have similar parts, I guess. I don't know. I'm very curious. We have They Love Me, the podium pose. I do like that one. Includes the bow at the end. Very nice. And then we have I Love Me for the terminal pose, which is very similar, of course. But yeah, also cool. Another wallpaper, a bit more of like a marbled thing, and a brick floor. I like that. That's cool. Yellow ESOP. Some more tokens. And then a little shirt rack for your wall as well. Love that. And now we get into some of the more interesting looking outfits. Let's check these terminal poses. Got the punching terminal pose when you've got some beef to get out with somebody. And the boxing podium pose. Wow. Quite interesting, these ones. Definitely. This night vision has some pretty large like goggle parts, so that's a curious one. And then the float fodder. What a wonderful day for a parade. Let's have a better look at that. Yeah. Oh my god. What are these like needle... Ew, bro. It looks like, I don't know. Like a pincushion or something. That's insane. Okay. There's that. We've got the 10 out of 10. You can't actually see it on the preview, but you're holding... It looks like I guess you're holding a little... like rating thing of 10 out of 10. That's cool. I like that one. We'll grab those as well. Okay, this is kind of like one of those perforated wallpapers there. Some mall stock items, a nice little bed, and then we have another version of that from the prior page, the float fuel, which is more white and stuff, but still has those horrible, awful needles everywhere. All right, got a couple of more outfit, little shirts and pants and stuff, and then the Aurora version of that stylized icon for sure. And then we have the Giddy Cord Wainer, your feet or your life. Sure. What a horrible... Oh, I really don't like that. Yeah, quite the nose on this one. Kind of looks like it's made of wood, I guess, which is pretty curious. Even like the ESOP texture and stuff. So kind of an interesting one. The eyes are creepily red. So that's that. A little jewelry thing, an icon of the dude who tells you to go to the shuttle, kind of the goat, let's be honest. A nice little multicolored tile floor. Cool little bed that has dollar signs on it for some reason. And then here we have the room bundle, which is like a mall thing. It's really cool. It's got like these cases, which your posters are behind, and so are your items, you know. It's like, and you got this giant sign in your window. And I love this part about it. We saw this as a preview, but look at the sink, bro. It turns into a little mini fountain. It's awesome. So yeah, a very, very cool room bundle here on page 8 that I will probably be rocking very shortly here. And we have, oh god, why? Well, that's a new podium pose. I guess we'll pick that up. And okay, you in the terminal, it seems you at least managed to not let it rip exactly. Then we have a frankly horrible icon. So we'll take that. Another one of Otto and Aurora. This one looks like it's during an execution animation. You can kind of see a heel rig valve right there. Another similar night vision, and then another version of the wooden thing. The walk-ins encouraged, amazing. So that's that outfit, and then we have the final page here, which includes the Santo Mierda outfit. Yeah, definitely interesting. Couple more ESOPs. This one, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's kind of interesting looking. Like a checkered one there. Another pink night vision. I know people like that. Little neon radio sign for your wall. Profile icon, and then our final amount of coins. And we have suicide dive off the top of the shit rope for the Santo Mierda outfit. And you have a cape, of course. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So that is the catalog. Project Diarchy Season 4 we've completed. I still have 60,000 stamps. Look at that. Rebirth tokens are back. I love to see that. And then, of course, we have the new tasks. Let me go over these tasks really quick first. Let's just take a quick look at what these are. See if I'll call out any that... Okay, destroy 25 nausea traps. Use your rig 10 times. Honestly, pretty easy little set of tasks here. And then, of course, you unlock the second set of them with completing the first set. There's also a new task set for rebirths, which require you to release the reagents. And as you can see, there's a new trophy as well. So there's the old, you can still get the old trophies, but each of these levels also has a new trophy version. So that's pretty cool. However, you do have to do 100 more rebirths. So the ones you've done prior will not count towards this. Also, looks like, wait, what? I don't know why this one has been reset, but there's a couple new advanced escalation therapy tasks that asks you to complete 15, 25, 50, and 75 trials in a single run. So that's cool that they added some more of those. Of course, we have a new Genesis task for the new trial, and it does come with an A+ statue already, which is nice. Liquidate the Union had to wait an update to get that. But yes, of course, as you see up here, Rebirth is back. It is indeed has returned. And again, I talk a lot more about it in the other video, but there's group Rebirth available where you will have a random MK challenge that will include a mirror variator, a rebirth variator that requires you to do extra objectives, and a classified variator. Looking forward to jumping into that. Was this Murkoff logo always here? Why do I feel like that doesn't look right? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. You need 100 rebirth tokens to rebirth, and then you will be able to stack up to 1,000, which is very nice. Let me check here. Let's see, like, Kill the Snitch gives you 5 on introductory. Is it different? It is not different on psychosurgery. Very interesting. Okay, I wonder if you get 5 in escalation or if you get more from completing secondary or what all works there. But yeah, now you know at least that's that. We have the new DLC packs. Of course, there are 4 DLC packs that you can now buy individually. They're the Porcelain Observer, Terrified Toddler, World of Heavyweights, and Spelunking for Your Life. I have got them all. You can check out those outfits briefly here in the sleep room. I am going to be rocking the Quinn the Ponce. I mean, I think this is such a cool outfit and looks so... I just love the face and the porcelain portion of it. So that's from the Porcelain Observer one. This is the Terrified Toddler, which I mean, I absolutely just, yeah, God. Okay, that's a thing that exists. Then we have the World of Heavyweights, which is kind of like a boxing one. Pretty cool, goes well with the new podium pose, I guess. And then the Spelunking for Your Life, which has a pretty creepy, like, skull. Oh my God, what the? Yeah, yeah, okay, we're gonna move on with that. But hey, each of those packs is $5.90 or $4.99 US on the Steam store, and they also come with a couple of different things as well, like I think just some room items and things. You can check more details on the actual Steam page for the packs, but they do have some additional items alongside them. That's not just the outfits, like usual, of course. They also gave us a little bit of info on what's coming in the future for routine therapies and stuff, which is nice. So we have the Crest Twins event. Then after that, we're going to get Stamped Surplus. And then I'm not sure if these are all going to be in the same order, but then we have routine therapies, which include no running, that's new, confinement, don't know what that is, also new, and dual objective, also new. So a couple of new routine therapies coming in the future. We'll be covering those as usual. There's also a new update to matchmaking, which allows you to join trials in progress. So yeah, I guess that's not in here, but it's part of the group settings, I think is what it says. Yeah, so you can turn on fill trial, and that will allow people to matchmake into your trial while it's going on. So that's nice. That means you don't have to wait for people to matchmake into your group before you start the trials. I assume that will be nice for people. I normally just play with inviting people from my stream, but that is a nice little addition, I think, for most people to enjoy. Let's see. There's also any program in Group Finder, which I know a lot of people wanted to come back, so that's there as well. And like I said, we added page 11. They increased the amount of XP you get for some tasks. Like daily tasks used to be 25 XP, I think, and they're now 100. And I'm not sure how much weeklies were, but they're now 150. So that's nice. The tasks were pretty bad for XP before. They also have made it so that difficulties unlock as you level up. Introductory is the only thing available at level 1, but you get standard at level 5, intensive at level 10, and psychosurgery at level 25. Maybe just to avoid new players jumping straight into psychosurgery and getting destroyed. This is not reset when you relapse either. And then if you're in a group, the group leader can do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter what level you are. So that's if you want to just be crazy and jump in with one of your friends. They also talk about the reworks to the Stay Together variator, which has had the distance increased, and there's also been a short grace period added before the damage starts once you leave the range, which I think is good. It does make it quite a decent amount easier than it was, but it was rather annoying just instantly taking damage with, not being able to realize it's about to happen or things like that. But yeah, there's also a feedback from your ESOP. You can hear when you're outside the range, so you got to go try and find someone quick. And then also apparently the electrical shock that happens no longer will interrupt any actions you're doing, which I think is also very good. And it has also been added back to escalation. So Stay Together is going to be an escalation. We're going to have to be looking out for that when we're back on the grind on the stream. Additionally, they have made some other changes to Escalation. Ultra 2 will now be available at Escalation 21+, which I have talked about in the other video. But the variators that it comes with, according to the post here, are no intel, no player names, increased threat 2, extreme psychosis, limited items 3. Limited items 3 apparently exists, which sounds horrible. I mean, limited items 2 is already insane. How are we going to have limited items 3 on every trial? You're going to get no items at all? I don't know. And then More and Deadly Traps 2 is also built into that. So those are some variators that you would see normally, like especially More and Deadly Traps, that's going to be built in. If you ever get Explosive Mines now in Escalation, it's a one-shot Explosive Mines. So that's pretty dangerous. Also, after that, from Trial 21+, of course, you do also have to complete 2 secondary objectives to get the bonus reward, which is going to be difficult. Also, apparently, Countdown and Health Sickness have been re-added to Escalation. No mention of level 1 or cameras. I don't know if those are back, but so can we now get Countdown, Jaeger, Cold Snap, Crazy Town? I don't know. We'll see. That's a little bit scary. Countdown, Cold Snap, like stick together as well or stay together. Who knows? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. But that is, I'm really excited to jump into on the stream. Also, stacking multiple jumps in a row will now consume more stamina. So if you have been playing recently, you know the move is to do this: jump around like a little bunny and use very little stamina and make no noise, or even do the long jump version, which also makes no noise. Now, I don't know how impactful it'll be. We'll see. We'll test it on the stream, but that will now start to consume more stamina the more you jump. I don't know how long the cooldown is. There's a lot of things that need to be tested, but they are making an effort to at least nerf it a little bit, but not remove it as an option entirely, which I think is a good direction. I think that's smart the way they're doing it here, and they can always tweak it further in the future. So yeah, be aware that you might not be able to jump around as much as you would like now that that has been changed. and then other various bug fixes and improvements. So that is it right there. Let me quickly check the trial maker, see what we've got in the variators list here. So we have the Crest Twins variator here, as you'd expect. That is now available. And then let's see, here we have dual secondary objectives, collect evidence boxes. This is from Rebirth, and also mandatory secondary objectives. So that's cool. Those are a couple of new things in the trial maker here. Those weren't listed specifically in the patch notes. Let's see, if there's anything else new here. Mandatory second objective is going to be something I'm sure people do with schematics just to annoy people. But let's see, nothing else looking different here. We do have the nausea traps from the Crest Twins, which makes sense. And is there any other new things? I mean, I don't use the I don't make a lot of trials myself. Oh, we have no running already. Running is prohibited and will result in shock damage. However, adrenaline sources will temporarily suppress this effect. Very interesting variator. Okay, it can be suppressed by adrenaline. And that, I wonder if that's an escalation. That would be completely fried. I have no idea. But we'll see, and I think that is the only other new one. But okay, that's very interesting to see that. So those are the new things in custom trials and everything else. I mean, we're gonna get into some experimenting. I'm about to go live immediately when this video is done and uploaded. So be sure to tune into the live stream on my Twitch, link in the description, or here on YouTube. And we're gonna jump into it here. So let me know you guys' thoughts on the update. It is very, very exciting. I'm really looking forward to getting into the new trials and doing everything and seeing what all exactly has changed with escalation in specific. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video though, you guys. I will see you on the live stream. Be sure to tune in. Big shout out to all my channel members, names popping on the screen. And I will, I'll catch you guys on the stream for season 4. Peace out.